Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. So today we're going to learn a new topic, chapter number 3, which is descriptive statistics. So in descriptive statistics, we will learn measure of central tendency, measure of dispersion, and measure of uh, skewness. Right. So measure of central tendency is the value used to represent a group of data distribution. Right. For example, if you don't have, we have a data of age of children in a playground, we can find one value to represent the age of children in the playground, right? Such as mean, mode, or median, right? So a measure of central tendency can be either mean of the data, middle value of the data, which is median, and most frequent value of the data. So the most popular measure of central tendency are arithmetic mean lah, or simply mean, median, and mode, right? So again, I emphasize that we're going to learn mean, mode, and median under measure of central tendency. Right. So we go to mean or arithmetic mean. So the symbol for mean, sample mean, is X bar. So we're going to learn sample statistic, right? Mean, the symbol for mean is X bar, right? So mean is commonly known as average of the data value, right? So mean is the average of data value. Is actually a sum of all value of data divided by the number of data observation, right? So we're going to learn how to compute mean, mode, and median for both ungrouped data and group data, right? So the formula for computing mean for ungrouped data is summation of x divided by n, where summation of x is equal to the total of all value in our sample, and n is the number of observation. So this is the formula for ungrouped data. So if you have a group data, which is a frequency table, right? If you have a frequency table, then we're going to calculate mean for group data. So the formula for mean for group data is summation of fx. Fx means we need to multiply frequency multiply with the observation value, and we take the summation of this value. So we need to remember summation of fx is not equal to summation of f multiplied with summation of x. It's not the same value, right? F represent the frequency value and x represent the observation value, right? So now this is the formula for group data. And this is the formula for ungrouped data, right? So we're going to learn for group data and ungrouped data. So now look at example number 15. So in example number 15, we need to calculate arithmetic mean for the following data. So by looking at this data, this is an ungrouped data, right? Because the data is not presenting in a frequency table. So first, if you want to find the value of mean, so the formula of mean for this data is summation of x divided by n, right? So we need to find the total of all observation, 5 plus 3 plus 8 plus 12 plus 18 plus 20 plus 24 plus 25, divide by the number of observation. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 data. So we need to divide by 8. So the total value is 5 plus 3 plus 8 plus 12 plus 18 plus 20 plus 24 plus 25 is equal to 100, 115. Divide by 8, it should be equal to 14.375. So this is how we calculate mean for ungrouped data, right? So are you clear with this one? You can put into a chat room if you clear, right? Right, good. So now we can move to the next example, which is example number 16. So in this example, we have a frequency table, right? For this frequency table, in the first column, which is represent age of the children or age in years. So this is a class value, right? So in this age class, we don't have a class size, we have a unique value, right? So such as 18, 19, 20, 21 until 22. So we don't have a class size. So if you don't have a class size, then this we will present as X. So if you want to find mean for group data, summation of fx divided by summation of f. So then you need to create another column, right? Another column will present summation represent fx. Fx means the value of f multiplied with the value of x. So it become 180. So 10 multiplied with 18. So it become 180. Right? And then 28 multiplied with 19. It should be equal to 532. And 32 multiplied with 20, it becomes 640. And 15 multiplied with 21, 315. 22 multiplied with 5, it become 110. So the total, the last row represent total. So total for fx is 180 plus 502 plus 640 plus 315 plus 110. So it become 1777. So this is the summation of fx, and this is the summation of f, which is the total of frequency value. So we just need to plug in the value into the formula. 1777 divided by 90. So it become 177 divided by 90. It become 19.74. So this is how we calculate mean for group data, right? So are you clear with this one? How to calculate mean for group data and calculating mean for ungrouped data? Of course, calculating mean for ungrouped data would be very easy compared to calculating mean for group data. Right, so now we move to the next example, which is example number 17. Now, this is also a group data because the data is presented in a frequency table, right? So now the difference between example number 16 and example number 17 is, in example number 16, we don't have a class size, right? Each class have a unique value. So the unique value is X, right? So now in example number 17, we don't have a unique value. We do have a class size. So this is each class have a class size. So if you want to find X value, right, you need to create another column, which is representing X. This is your F. So to get X, we need to calculate a midpoint. So how to calculate midpoint? Midpoint is the total of upper class boundary plus lower class boundary divided by 2. So upper class boundary is 799.5. This is next 699.5. You need to plus these two together, right? 799 plus 699 divide by 2, it becomes 749.5. Right? So if you don't want to calculate, you don't want to convert this to a class boundary, also can. You can just plus 799 plus 700 divided by 2. You will get the same answer, right? And of course, the class midpoint, this is a midpoint, right? This is going to be 849.5, 949.5, 1049.5, 1149.5, and the last one is 1249.5. And then we need to create another column, which is going to represent the value of f multiplied with x, right? So fx 8 multiplied with 749.5 multiplied with 8, it should be equal to 5996, right? And you should go on to 13 multiplied with 849.5. It become 11,443.5, right? So can you please do with me? So once you already calculate the value of fx, then you need to do a summation of fx. Can you confirm for me we get 74563? You get the same answer? 74563. So this is the total of summation of fx. Do you get the same value with me as I get? Yeah, good. So once you got the value, you need to plug in into the formula. The formula for mean is summation of fx divided by summation of f. So this one should be 74563 divided by the total of f value is 74. So it become 1007.61, right? So this is going to be a very tough thing to do because you need to very careful to calculate the fx value. 8 multiplied with 749 should be equal to 5996, and then you need to carefully add every value each row to get the value of summation of fx, right? So I'm going to show you another way. Wait, I just want to end presenting. Right. You boleh nampak tak? You boleh point tak? I punya account satu lagi. Right. I tunjuk gambar calculator. Can you see calculator? My calculator, you nampak tak? Wait ah. Alright. You nampak tak sekarang? You cari account Muhammad Nasir. Yang I tengah cakap ni. Right? Okay, I tunjuk calculator I kan? Right. So now, I nak tunjuk dekat you how to use calculator to calculate the value of yang kita calculate tadi by row kan. So actually kita tak perlu kira one by one. We just key in into a calculator and provided you have this type of calculator lah, is FX, you nampak tak, FX 750 ES. Right, the new calculator. So first step, I tunjuk dekat you, listen carefully. First step, you need to clear all the memory. So how to clear memory? Shift, delete. Tekan delete ni. So, shift 9. Bila you tekan shift 9, dia akan keluar setup memory all. So you want to clear all the memory, right? And then dia akan keluar reset all. You put yes, somewhat equal to yes. So you tekan equal lah. And then tekan AC. Right, now you already clear all the memory. Now, first step is you need to click, tekan shift mode. So bila you tekan shift mode, so you nampak dia akan keluar macam ni, mat IO until norm. So then dekat atas ni ada button scroll down. So you tekan scroll down ke bawah, right? And then you cari stat. So you tekan 4. You nampak, I ulang balik. Tekan stat, tekan 4. So dia akan keluar dekat sini. Frequency, 1 for on, 2 for off. Right? Okay. So now, you tekan 1 untuk on the frequency. Right? So dia akan balik kosong lah. Right? So now, you tekan mode. And then dia akan keluar 1 for COM, complex, and nombor 3, stat. So you tekan 3 lah untuk stat. And bila dia keluar tekan 3 tu, dia akan nampak 1 minus variance, 2 A plus BX. So you tekan 1 lah. Right? Tekan 1. So once you tekan 1, dia akan keluar macam ni. X and frequency. Right? Are you okay? Until now, you okay? Right? So now, the X value, first X value is 749.5. You just key in that one. You letak dalam tu. Right? And then frequency for 749.5 is 8. So you tekan 8 lah. So dia akan keluar kat situ. Right? So then you keep going on. 849.5 and 949.5, 1049.5, 1149.5, 1249.5. And then masukkan dia punya value of frequency 13, 14, 10,
25 and 4. Right. So the advantage of using this calculator is you can recheck balik apa value yang you key in. Make sure 749, you ada 8, frequency value is 8, 849, frequency value 13, you boleh check balik. Right? Kalau you guna the oldest calculator, which is MS, right, you cannot recheck because the screen is not wide enough. Right? You tak dapat pun display macam ni. Right? That's why from the beginning I suggest dekat you untuk guna this calculator. Right? You can really recheck balik lah. Right? So you tekan AC. Right? So now, since we want to find the value of mean, right? We can click and we can tekan shift and tekan 1 untuk start. You nampak tak ada tulis start dekat atas ni, dia akan, kalau you nampak, sebab my internet is not so good, so you akan nampak kelabu dekat sini. But if you have the calculator in front of you, you akan nampak atas 1 ni dia tulis start. Dekat sini dia tulis complex, dekat sini dia tulis base. You tekan 1. Once you tekan 1, you akan nampak dekat sini dia tulis type, data, edit. You can edit, re-edit balik data kalau you rasa salah. And dia ada sum, dia ada variance, min max and distribution. So now apa yang interest kita nak tekan sum 4. So we have the value of summation of fx, x square, summation of x. So we tekan summation of x. Nombor 2. So kita akan dapat the same value yang kita calculate tadi. Right? The same value yang kita calculate tadi. So we have summation of fx. Right? So next, kalau kita nak the value of mean, right? Kalau kita nak the value of mean, tekan shift, tekan 1, and tekan 5 untuk variance. Right? Kita tekan 5. Dan kita akan nampak dekat sini nombor 2 dia tulis X bar. You tekan 2. Terus dapat the value of mean. Right? You tak payah kira pun actually. Okay? Right. Do you understand? Right, good. So now balik kepada I punya slide.
So you boleh nampak MS slide? Tengok balik slide I. Right. Okay, good. So in final exam or test nanti, walaupun you guna calculator, I don't want you to just letak X bar equal to 1007.61. Right? You make sure you letak X bar equal to summation of fx divided by summation of f equal to 74563 divided by 74 equal to 1007.61. So baru you akan dapat marks lah. So this is half marks, this is 1 mark. So the total of getting X bar is 2 marks. Right? Kalau you letak terus macam ni, there are no marks for you. Because you terus jump to the conclusion. I not you derive from the formula summation of fx and divided by summation of f, letak the value and so on. Right? And this table no need to show. Right? If you know how to use calculator, then you don't need to show this table because this table have no marks. Right? So in final exam nanti, walaupun kita buat dekat rumah, you have 3 hours, right? So make sure you save time, guna calculator, right? Now we move to the next example, which is example number 18, right? So if you have a calculator in front of you, right, just try to complete this one. So we have different type of class size. We have 100 less than 700. So this is, we already have a class boundary, right? So first step, if you want to find mean, right, you need to find the x value, right? So since we don't have an x value here, so we need to calculate x value first. 700 plus 500 divided by 2, so which is equal to 600. So this is going to be 800, 1000. This is 1200, 1400. Right? Summation of x bar should be equal to summation of fx divided by summation of f. So by using your calculator, you need to follow the first step, clear all the memory, and tekan shift, mode, and tekan 4 untuk frekuensi, on frekuensi, and tekan mode, tekan 3 untuk start, 1 minus variance, you akan masukkan value dalam calculator. Right? So summation of fx should be equal to 42200, right? And summation of f is equal to 45, and the mean is equal to 937.78. Do you get the same answer? So, nampak tak? If you use a calculator, you don't need to derive, you don't need to manually calculate the fx and sum all the value of fx, right? What you need to find is the value of midpoint, the x value, midpoint, right? Can you comment? Do you get the same result? Dapat result yang sama? Can you comment in chat room? Dapat tak result yang sama? 4600 1022. Wait, you have the same calculator kan? Wait, I check my data. Maybe I wrongly key in. So 800. Oh, so I tak salah. I tak 800. Okay, jap. I ubah semula. 1200. And last is 1400. And this is going to be 4, 15, 6, 12, and 8. Yeah. This one should be 4600. Yes, correct. This is 4600 divided by 45 should be 1022. Yep, correct. So I can see that you really understand how to get the mean from the calculator, right? Okay, good. So can we move on to the next example? So now, this example is the same example as previous, right? Kalau kita tengok dekat sini, the first class dia tak tunjuk the lower class boundary, right? It is less than 700, and the second class boundary 700 to 1000, right? 1000 to 1300. So remember, in our class, our subject here, we are using the same class size. So if the class size here is 300, so it should be equal to sini berapa? 400 lah. So 400 plus 700 divided by 2. It should be 550. 700 plus 1000 divided by 2, 850. So this is going to be 950, 1450, 1750. And it's going to be, the last one should be 1900 plus 300 should be 2200. So it should be 2050. So this is the x value and this is f value, right? Plug it into the formula, summation of fx divided by summation of f. So then you will get, you include into the calculator. First you clear all the memory, right? And then tekan shift mode, tekan 4 untuk stat, frequency on, and then tekan mode, tekan 3 untuk stat, 1 minus variance, and then you masukkan the value lah. So I got summation of fx is equal to 93800 divided by the summation of f is equal to 70. Do you get the same? Is equal to 1340. Oh, so this one should be 911 50, right? Yeah, correct. So kita ubah data. Kalau you salah, you boleh ubah data balik dalam calculator. No need to key in again. So this one should be 98200 divided by 70. It should be equal to 140285. Right? 856, yeah, 86. Right. So you get the same one. Right, good. So means that you already know how to calculate mean for group data, right? So can you comment you already understand or not understand? Do you understand? Yeah, good. Now, we move to the second part, which is median, right? So before we move to the second part, we need to understand mean is the average of the data, right? So how to interpret this one? The average income of 70 employee is RM 1402.86. So this is how we interpret the value of mean, right? So we move to the next part, which is median, right? So median, the symbol for median is X tilde, right? We have tilde dekat atas, right? So median is the middle value of arranged data in ascending order. So this is the definition of median, right? Median is the middle value of arranged data in ascending order. Ascending order means from the lowest value to the largest value. So the interpretation of median is 50% of the total number observation having value less than median value, while another 50% of the total number observation having value more than median value. So let's say you have data from 0 to 100. So the middle value of 0 to 100 is 50. So this is your median, right? So how to interpret? So we can say that 50%, this is 50%, right? 50% of your data having value 50, which is your median value, while another 50% of your data having value more than 50, which is your median value, right? So this is how we calculate, we interpret median. So same as mean, we will learn how to calculate median for ungrouped data and group data, right? So let's focus on for ungrouped data first. For ungrouped data, first we need to arrange data in ascending order, right? So we need to arrange data in ascending order, and then we need to find the position of median. So the position of median formula is n plus 1 divided by 2, right? Where n is a number of observation. Then step number 3, we need to locate the median value from the position of median, right? So now look at example number 20, right? Example number 20, we have 45, 38, 48, 25, 27, 40, and 24. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 data. So we have n equal to 7. Right. So first step, we need to arrange data in ascending order. So the smallest value is 24, 25, 27, and then followed by 38, and then 40, 45, 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have arranged the data into in ascending order. So when you arrange the data in ascending order, my advice is you need to position the data, right? In the first step, you position the data. So this is the position number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is the data position number 1, 24. Position number 5 is 40. Position number 7 is 48. Right? And next, second step is we need to find the position of median. Right? Position of median is not median. Just we want to find the position of median. Right? So n plus 1 divided by 2. So we have n equal to 7. So we have 7 observation. Plus 1 should be equal to 8 divided by 2. So it becomes 4. So position of median is at position number 4. Right? Position number 4. So this is a position of median. Right? Okay. So now we can easily find median by locate the median value from the arranged data, hence determine the median value. Position number 4 is 38. So median is equal to 38. So how to interpret the value of median? 50% of the data, right? 50% of the data having value less than 38, while another 50% of the data having value more than 38, right? So this is how we calculate median for ungrouped data, right? So now we move to the next example, which is, let's see, look at example number 21. So example number 21, we want to find median for the following data. So first step, let's say I use another color. First step, we need to arrange data in ascending order. So the lowest data value is 100, 105, and then 107, 111, 120, 123, sorry, 116 tak masuk. 116, 120, 123, and 129. So how many data we have?
8.
We need to position the data. So this is data number 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So we have n equal to 8, right? So second step is we need to find a position of median, which is n plus 1 divided by 2. So this, in this case, n equal to 8 plus 1 equal to 9 divided by 2. So it become 4.5. So now median should be at the position of 4.5. 4.5 is between this value and this value, right? If you have 4 and 5, right, how to get 4.5, right? You have position number 4, you have position number 5. To get 4.5 means you need to add position number 4 plus position number 5 divided by 2. So you will get 4.5, right? So now in this case, step number 3, you need to add these two value, position number 4 and position number 5, which is 111 plus 116 divided by 2. So you will get 116 plus 111 divided by 2. You will get 113.5. So the median value is equal to 113.5. Right. Do you get the idea? Do you understand how to find median for ungrouped data? Can you comment on chat room? Yeah, good. Right. So how to interpret this one? We can say that 50% of the data, right? 50% of the data having value less than 113, while another 50% of the data having value more than 113. Right. So this is how we calculate median for ungrouped data. Okay, now, are you okay? Can we move to the next part, which is calculation of median for group data? So, once we finish in calculation of median for group data, we're going to take a 5-minute rest before we continue to mode, right? So now, if you have a group data, right, to calculate median, first step is you need to construct a cumulative frequency table. You need to construct a cumulative frequency table. And once you construct a cumulative frequency table, right, you need to find the position of median using the formula summation of f divided by 2. Right? Position of median using the formula summation of f divided by 2. And then step number 3, we need to determine the median class, which is the class that have cumulative frequency equal or next greater than summation of f divided by 2. Right, nanti kita akan tengok dia punya step. Right, now we have step number 5 and step number 4 and step number 5. If the frequency table have no class size, then the median value is the value of variable that satisfies step number 3. Right, this is going to be very easy lah if you don't have a class size. So if you have a class size, then you need to use the following formula. Right, the formula for calculating median for group data, first we need to find the lower class boundary of the median class. Is the lower class boundary of the median class plus summation of f divided by 2, which is your position median, right? And then a minus summation of fm minus 1. So means that the cumulative frequency before the median class. M minus 1 means, M means median class, M minus 1 means before the median class. And then divide by Fm, which is the frequency of the median class. Right? And then once you complete this one, you need to multiply with Cm, which is class size of the median class. Right? So again, Lm represent the lower class boundary of the median class. Summation of f divided by 2 is a position of median. Summation of m minus 1, fm minus 1 is a cumulative frequency for the class before the median class. Fm frequency median class. Cm is class size of the median class. Right. So now we move to the example number 22. Right. We want to know how this calculating median for group data. Right. So now look at this one. So we have a frequency table. In this frequency table, we don't have a class size, right? We don't have a class size for each class. So we have a unique value. So this is your X value and this is your F value. So first step of calculating median, right? So you need to construct a cumulative frequency table. So to construct a cumulative frequency table, you need to create another column. Remember yesterday we already looked at how to construct a cumulative frequency table. Cumulative frequency table, the symbol is capital F. Right? So start from before the first class, right? 0 plus 12 equal to 12. 12 plus 14 equal to 26. 26 plus 10 is equal to 36. This one plus 5 equal to 41. 41 plus 3 equal to 44. Right? Okay. Now this is your first step. Second step is we need to find a position of median, which is using the formula summation of f divided by 2. Summation of f is equal to 44 divided by 2. You will get 22. Right? Okay. Are you clear? So this is the second step. Step number 3, we need to determine the median class, right? Median class in which the class that have a cumulative frequency equal or next greater to the value of summation of fx, f divided by 2, right? So summation of f divided by 2 is 22. So cumulative frequency equal to 22. Do we have cumulative frequency equal to 22? We don't have, right? This one, the first one is 12, 26, 36, 41, 44. Okay, since we don't have equal to 22, we need to find the next greater. The next greater is 26, right? So this is your median class. So this is your median class, right? So since we don't have a class size, so this is your step number 3. And step number 4, since we don't have a class size, so median is equal to 1. We will take this one, right? So how to interpret this one? 50% of the student have a number of sick day less than 1, while another 50% of students have taken 6 day more than one day, right? So this one should be very easy because we don't need to employ any formula because we in frequency table we don't have a class size, right? So now look at example number 23. So now we have a class size, right? We have interval in a class, right? We have a lower class limit and upper class limit, right? So remember, in formula of median, lower class boundary of the median class plus summation of summation of f divided by 2 minus summation of fm minus 1 divided by fm multiply with cm. So now we need to convert the interval to a class boundary, right? So this one is going to be 29.5 to 39.5. Right? So the first step in finding median for group data, we need to construct a cumulative frequency. This is a cumulative frequency. If you have a question, just write it into a class chat room. So we start from 0. This is 2, 5, 15, 29. This is 36, 39, and 40. Right. So this is the first step. So for the second step, we need to find position of median. So which is equal to summation of f divided by 2. 40 divided by 2 equal to 20. Right. And then step number 3, we need to find a median class where the median class is the class that have a cumulative frequency equal to 20. So first we look at equal to 20. We don't have equal to 20. Next greater to 20 is 29. So this is your median class. Step number 3, we want to find a median class. So we already know that this is a median class, right? And step number 4, since we have a class size, we will skip to step number 5. So we will use the formula of finding median. So median, lower class boundary of the median class. So this is a median class. Lower class boundary is 59.5, right? Plus, refer to the formula here. This is the formula that we are referring to, right? First, we are looking at lower class boundary. And then we will find the position of median, which is equal to 20. We already calculated in step number 2, minus summation of Fm minus 1. This is the cumulative frequency before the median class. Cumulative frequency before the median class is equal to 15. So this is a median class. Cumulative frequency before the median class, right? So minus 15 divided by Fm is the frequency of the median class. So this is a median class. Frequency of the median class is 14 divided by 14, right? And then we need to multiply with Cm. Cm is the class size of the median class. Class size of the median class, you can easily get from 69.5 minus 59.5. It should be equal to 10. Right? So once you are the value already in the formula, you just solve the first one. You need to solve for this one. 20 minus 15 divided by 14, multiply with 10. This is the first step, second step, third step. Multiply with 10 plus 59.5. Get 63.07. And this value should be between 59.5 and 69.5. Kalau you dapat the value is more than 69.5 or less than 59.5, somewhere wrong in your calculation, right? So how to interpret this one? So 50% of the student having marks less than 63.07. While another 50% of the student having mark more than 63.707. So interpretation, 50% of 50% of the total student having marks less than 63.07, while another 50% of total student having marks more than 63.07. Right. So far, do you have any question? Do you understand? If you understand or you have a question, please write it into a chat room. Yeah, good. So you understand, then very good. So uh, example number 24, I want you to copy this example, right? Try to solve for median, mean and median, right? Mean and median. And I want you to draw less than or give from this frequency table, right? And then I want you to estimate median using the or give, right? So this is your homework. Please do this one, right? So first, I want you to find mean, right? Find mean for this data. Another one is find median from this data, right? And then B, I want you to draw a less than or give, right? Draw a less than or give. It should be like this, right? And then find median using less than or give. Means that I don't want you to find median from from the previous one. The first the question A ni you dah cari median kan menggunakan formula, right? Right. So the first one A ni you dah cari median menggunakan formula. Yang B ni I tak nak you cari median menggunakan formula. I nak you cari median menggunakan graph. So you need to find the position of median, F divided by 2. So position of median should be somewhere here lah. Summation of F divided by 2. Dekat sini. So this is going to be your median. Right. So do you understand my instruction? Right. Okay, good. So I think we stop. We take a 5-minute rest, right? Before we continue to the next topic, which is mode. Okay. Now tengok formula. Formula mana? This is a formula for median, right? All right. For mode, the symbol for mode is x hat. So we have x hat. X with a hat. So this is a symbol for mode. Mode is actually a frequent value to occur, right? The value of mode can be more than one mode, right? A group of data may have 1, 2, or 3 more model value, right? Same as before, we will calculate mode for ungrouped data and group data. Right. So calculating mode for ungrouped data is very easy actually. We need to calculate how many the value occur. The most frequent value occur is the mode, right? So to determine mode for ungrouped data, we only compute the number of times of the value of the data. If the value of data occur most frequent, then the value of data will be the mode of the given group data, right? So now look at example number 25. So example number 25, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So n equal to 9 observation, right? So if you look at this one, 17 occurs only once, 14 ada 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 14 occur 4 times in this data, right? 16 sekali, 20 once, 18 ones and 12 ones. So the mode is equal to 14. Right? So easy, right? So now look at example number 26. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have, again, we have 9 data, right? 800 occurs, 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 times of 800. And then for 600, we have 1, 2, 3. So we have again 600 also appear 3 times. 700 2 times, 500 1 times. So now we have two mode. Mode number 1 and mode number 2. Mode number 1 is equal to 800 and mode number 2 equal to 600. Right? So this is going to be very easy. Right. Now look at example number 27. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 observation. 20 appears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 times. And 40 appear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now, since there are equal appearance dalam group of data ni, so 20 appear 5 times, 40 appear 5 times. So now in this data, there are no modes. So tak ada mode langsung, right? If you can draw, for example number 26, if you can draw in a brief histogram, right? So you can see 500 appear 1 times, right? So let's say this is 1. And 600 appear 3 times. So let's say letak kat sini 3 times. So kat sini 3. And then 700 appear 2 times. Dekat sini 2. This is 700. This is 500. This is 6. This is 7. And 800 appear 3 times 800. Right? So kalau kita tengok dalam histogram, we have two highest value. So that's why we have mode number 1 and mode number 2. For example number 25, again, same concept. For 12, we have 1s, and this is 12. Right? And then we have 14 appear 3 times. Let's say this is 3, this is 1, and appear once. This is 16, this is 14, and then for 17 appear once. This is 17, 18 also once, and 20 also once. So we have only one mode, right? For this data, example number 27, let's say we draw a brief histogram. We have 20 appear 5 times. This is 20. This is 5 times. And 40 also appear 5 times. Right? We don't have any highest value in this data. So that's why there are no more in this data. Are you clear with this one? Right? So now we will look at how to compute mode for group data. Right? For a group data, the mode will be referred to the highest frequency of the frequency table. Right? We have three steps actually. This is step number 1, step number 2, and step number 3. Step number 1, we need to find a model class, that is the class that has highest frequency. If the data has no class size, then the model value should be the value of variable that has highest frequency. If the frequency table has a class size, then we need to use this formula, right? The formula is LMO, means lower class boundary for the model class. Theta 1 is the difference between the frequency of the model class and the before model class. Theta 2 means the difference between frequency of the model class and frequency after the model class. And CMO is the class size of the model class. Right, now we look at example number 28 to understand how we want to find the mode for group data. Now look at example number 28. We have a frequency table without a class size. So this is no class size. We have unique value for each class, and this is the frequency value. First step, we need to find the model class. Model class is the class that has a highest frequency value. So the highest frequency value is 12. So this is going to be your model class, right? So since we don't have a class size, so mode is equal to 2. So the number of family having the number of family that has 2 children is the number of family we have highest most of the family has 2 children. This is how we interpret mode. Most of the family has 2 children. Right. This is going to be very easy because we don't have a class size. So if you look at example number 29, we have a class size. So each class we have a class limit, right? Sin is the formula of the mode. We need to calculate model lower class boundary of the model class plus theta 1 means difference between the model frequency of the model class and before the model class divided by theta 1 plus theta 2. Theta 2 means the frequency of the model class minus or the difference of the frequency model class and after model class, right? And multiply with CMO means the class size of the model class. So first step, we need to find the model class. Model class is the class that has a highest frequency value. For this example, we have 13 is the highest model frequency value. So this is the model class, right? So now we need to recreate the class we need to convert class limit to the class boundary. So this is going to be 29.5, 39.5, 49.5, 49.5 to 59.5, 59.5 to 69.5, 69.5 to 79.5, this is 89.5 to 99.5. Right. So now we already identify the model value, the model class. So the modes should be equal to the lower class boundary of the model class is 59.5. Right. So this is the lower class boundary of the model class. So theta 1 is a difference between frequency value of the model class and frequency before the model class. So means 13 minus 10. So divide by theta 1 is still same, 13 minus 10 plus theta 2 is the difference between frequency of the model class and frequency after the model class, means 13 minus 8 multiply with 10. So 10 maksudnya the class size. The class size is 69.5 minus 59.5. This is our class upper class boundary, lower class boundary. So it should equal to 10. So now we already have the value inside the formula. Just calculate the value. This is the first step, second step, third step. So 3 divided by 3 plus 5. So 3 divided by 8. So let me clear this one. 59.5 plus 3 divided by 3 plus 5 multiply with 10. So 3 divided by 8 multiply with 10 plus 59.5. So the mode is 53.25. So the highest, most of the student having marks 53.25. So this is how we calculate mode, right? So this is going to be very easy because we only have one mode, right? So now look at example number 30. In example number 30, if you want to find mode, we need to find a model class. Model class is the class having a highest frequency. So we have two highest frequency value, right? So this is going to be our first model class. Is going to be our second model class, right? So if you want to identify easily, right, you just need to draw a brief histogram, right? So let's say the first class is 15. So dia ada kat sini 15, for example. And the second class is 14. And then third class is 18. It should be here. And the fourth class is 8. And fifth class is 18 again. And the last class is 2. So by looking at the histogram, we have first mode and a second mode. We have two modes. So that's why we need to calculate for two modes. So mode number 1, right, for this one, 22 until 24, the lower class boundary is 22, right? The lower class boundary is 22 plus the difference between frequency of the model class and before the model class, which is 18 minus 14, which is equal to 4, and 4 plus 18 minus 8, which is equal to 10, multiply with 22 and 24 should be equal to 2, right? And for the second mode, right, which is this one, lower class boundary is 26 plus frequency of the model class minus frequency before the model class, which is 18 minus 8 equal to 10. So 10 plus frequency of the model class minus frequency after the model class, 18 minus 2 should be equal to 16. So multiply with 2 and then solve for the equation, right? So 4 divided 14 multiply with 2 plus 22 should be equal to 22.757, right? So the second mode should be equal to 26.77. Yep. You dapat 63 point? Yeah. For this example number 29, see, I make a mistake here. If you see the range of the model class, 59.5 to 69.5, right? So the value of mode should be lies between 59.5 and 69.5. So it should be equal to 59.5, 3 divided by 8 multiplied with 10 plus 59.5. It should be 63.25. Yeah, you're correct. Okay. And then for example number 30, the value should lies between 22 and 24 for the first mode. For second mode, the value of mode should be lies between 26 and 28. If you add 18 minus 14 equal to 4, 4 plus 10, 10 mana dapat 18 minus 8. So equal to 10. So 4 divided by 14 multiply with 2 plus 22. It should be 22.57. Right? And then for the second mode, 10, which is 18 minus 8 equal to 10. 10 plus 18 minus 2 equal to 16. So 10 divided by 26 plus 2, multiply with 2, multiply plus 26 saja, dia dapat 26.77. Right? So you need to make sure the value of mode must lies between its range. Okay? Alright, now look at example number 31. Right, do you understand example number 30? Ada soalan tak? Right? Kalau 21.5 tak logik lah. Right? Sebab dia mesti, range dia mesti dalam 22 until 24. So, do you understand? Is there any question so far before we proceed for the last example? Can you comment a bit? Can you comment? Are you okay? Ada soalan tak nak tanya? Alright, faham eh? Right. Now, we look at example number 31. Before we start, we look at the frequency table. We have a class size, right? We have a class size. And then we try to draw a brief histogram, right? To look at how many modes we have. So 15, let's say the 18 to 20, we have 15. Let's say this one. So this is 18 to 20, right? So 20 to 22, we have 14. 22 to 24, we have 18. Let's say this is 18. So this is 22, 24. And then 24 to 26, also we have 18 frequency, 26. And then for 26 to 28, we have 8. Let's say this is 28. And 28 to 30, we have 2. So by looking at the frequency histogram, we only have one mode. So kalau kita nampak ni dia bersatu kan, dia campur. Dua-dua graf ni, dua-dua bar ni dia bercantum sekali. So means that we only have one mode. Right? So now to calculate mode, this is your highest frequency. Right? These two class. So this two is your model class. Right? So the lower class boundary for this class is 22. The upper class boundary is 26. We combine these two class together, right? So the lower class boundary is 22 plus the difference between model class, frequency of the model class and the frequency before the model class. 18 minus 14 should be equal to 4. So this is also equal to 4 plus frequency of the model class, the difference between frequency of the model class and frequency after the model class, 18 minus 8 should be equal to 10. Now, the class size is from 22 to 26. So 26 minus 22, it should be equal to 4. Right? So mode is equal to 4 divided by 14 multiply with 4 plus 22. It should be equal to 23.14. Right? So most of the student age is 23 years old. All right. So now, second question is, for the above table, estimate the model age using histogram. Right. So assume that you already draw histogram properly. Let's say this is your histogram, right? Histogram properly, right? So now, to estimate mode from histogram, you ambil bucu dekat sini, dengan bucu dekat sini, you draw a line, right? You ambil bucu sini, dengan bucu sini, you draw a line, right? So the intersection dekat sini, ini adalah you punya mode, right? This is how you get mode from histogram, right? So dalam final exam test nanti, you make sure you baca soalan betul-betul, right? Whether I want you to calculate mode or I want you to mode from. So if I want you to find mode from histogram, so you just need to draw this line and take the intersection value, right? Kalau I nak you calculate mode, then you need to use the formula lah, right? So now, let's look at this one. This histogram. So macam mana nak cari mode? Sama juga, you ambil point dekat sini ke sini, point ke sini ke sini. This is the highest frequency bar kan. So this is your mode number 1. This is your, so this is in the section ni, mode number 2. So that's why you need to have a graph paper and draw the histogram properly with the accurate scale of measurement. Baru you akan dapat you boleh dapat dia punya mode value. Sama juga dengan mana tadi? Sama juga dengan yang ni kan. So you just draw a line and get the intersection. So ini adalah you punya mode. right? So far, do you have any question? Right, good. So characteristic of mean, mode, and median. So this one I need you to read by yourself, right? So dia kata dekat sini, I just highlight some important things. So mean have very sensitive to extreme value since the calculation involve all data values. Median does not have sensitive to extreme value since the calculation only take the median value. And mode also not sensitive to extreme value, right? So now the relationship between mean, median, and mode. This is the last topic before we enter measure of position. Right? We already learned mean, median, and mode. Right? If mode is more than median, more than mean, right? So you will get, let's say, this is the I use okay. Let's say this is from negative infinity to infinity. This is the range, right? If mode is higher, more than median, more than mean, so you will get skewed to the left distribution, right? So this is your mode, this is your median, and this is your mean. So this is skewed to the left distribution, right? So let's say again you ada benda yang sama from negative infinity to infinity. Let's say mode is the lowest value. Mode is the lowest value. Median is larger than mode, and mean larger than median. So we will have a skewed to the right distribution. So this is mode, right? Skewed to the right. Skewed to the right distribution. Right? If you have, this is from negative infinity to infinity. So if you have mean equal to mode equal to median, so you will have a symmetrical distribution. Oops. Symmetrical distribution. Or normal distribution. Right? If you have two model value, so this is mode number 1, mode number 2. So this is what we call as bimodal distribution. Right. So far, do you understand what is the relationship between mean, median, and mode? Right? If mode is larger than median, larger than mean, then we have a skew to the left distribution. If mode is smaller than median, smaller than mean, we have a skew to the right distribution. If mode is equal to mean and equal to median, then we have a symmetrical distribution or normal distribution, right? If we have two modes, then it has a bimodal distribution, right? So I think that's enough for the first part in chapter number 3. We already learned a measure of central tendency. We already learned how to calculate mean for ungrouped data and group data. We already learned how to calculate median for group data and ungrouped data, and mode for group data and ungrouped data. We also know what is the relationship between mean, mode, and median, right? And the characteristic of mean, mode, and median, I need you to read by yourself, right? Understand what is the relationship and characteristic of mean, what is the characteristic of median, and what is the characteristic of mode. We We also from this chapter we also know how to find mode from a less than or give, right? Which is I already give you the homework to do, and then we already know how to find mode from histogram, right? We just need to draw a perpendicular line and take the intersection between the perpendicular line, right? And then we got mode from that graph, right? So until now, do you have any question before we end our session? Can you comment? Do you understand or you have any question? Please comment in chat room. Mean and median kat bimodal distribution dekat bahagian mana? So we cannot determine mean and median dekat sini. We only know mean mode value dekat sini, right? We really don't know where is the mean and median for bimodal distribution, right? We just can estimate this is a bimodal distribution, right? So for the skew to the left and skew to the right distribution and symmetrical distribution, we already know that exactly where is the position of mean, median, and mode. Right? Other question? All right, good. So I think we should end our session. Right, we will continue on measure of position and measure of measure of dispersion on the next lecture. Right.